Hi everyone, it's Allison. I'm not in my violin studio today. I'm in my computer room with Titus Oblivious, my cat. Oh, you probably can't see. We're going to do Minuet number 1 today. Minuet number 1 in the first Suzuki book. This is when you get to Minuet number 1, it's like yay, the first real piece. It's by Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach, and so that's pretty exciting. It's beautiful music. There are a few tricky things about it. Not gonna lie. I've made a list. First thing is, this is the first piece where we have a low second finger and a high second finger, because if you've been following the Suzuki pieces, all of the original pieces were, see, the second finger's close to the third. That's the high second position. Then when you got to etude, you had the low 2. Okay. In this piece, Minuet number 1, we have low 2, except in the middle of the piece, high 2. Okay, and then after that we go back, at the end of the piece we go back to the low 2. What's happening here is this piece, actually it doesn't just stay in A major for all 4 lines. It's in G major, but then it kind of goes into D minor in the middle, and then it goes back to G major. So the little bit where it's in D minor, that's where we've got the C sharp. Next on the list, where's my list? 0 or 4. There's zeros and there's 4s. It depends which edition you're following. I prefer zeros because we just don't need the hassle of the 4th finger yet. So I say leave it for later. There's enough on your plate. So I'm going to do all 0. Next, this is the first piece we have. It's not really a slur, but you have 2 notes in a row with your bow going the same direction. Up, up. Okay, so nice quality note. Stop bows. Up, half the bow, stop, and then up the other half of the bow. So obviously the first note we took the whole bow, excuse me, on a down bow. And now up bow half, and the other up bow half. Whole bow, half bow, up again. Okay, that's it's not hard, but you might want to say up, up as you're playing it. Up, up. Because probably so far your hand has the habit of, every time you do a new thing here, your hand here is going to want to do a new thing. So you got to talk to your hand and tell it what to do. What's next on my list? Alternating bow patterns. You know, in the other pieces that we've had so far, it's all been kind of like allegro. Was we start on a down bow, and there we are again, and there we are again. And there we are again, right? So you're always kind of starting from the same spot. Then we had there are a couple in there which are alternating. So like andantino. You start here. Oh, but we're at the tip now. Oh, but we're back at the frog. We're back at the tip. You know, which is like the zip, twinkle, zap, twinkle, twinkle, twinkle rhythms. Right, those alternate. Okay, so what I'm getting at is in Minuet number 1, we have both of these, and they kind of get mixed up a little bit. So just notice, and oh, here I'm starting at the frog, or oh, here it alternates. Just being aware of what you're doing clears up a lot of mess. You might think that once you figure out what the problem is, you're going to have to work really hard to solve it, but sometimes just noticing will solve a lot of problems. Okay, so I'm going to play through this and maybe talk a little as I go. This is slow. This is still a practice tape. Okay, Here we go, minuet number 1. I am not going to take the repeat. So ready, it's on the A string, 3rd finger. Start with a down bow, it's going to be a pretty quick bow. Half up, half up. Quick bow. Up, on a low 2. Half note. Short, 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 short. Way over to E, long bow. A string, short, short, short. Long bow, short, short, long, and slow. And normally you do a circle and do again. Now let's go into the second half. Second half, there's a piano, a P in your part. P stands for piano, means quiet in Italian. F is forte, means loud. And the instrument, the piano, is called a pianoforte because it could play loud and soft, which was pretty revolutionary compared to harpsichords. So here's the middle section. It's piano, so we're going to play quiet. How do you play quietly? There's about 45 different things you can do, but let's start with the easy one. Less bow. That will make it quieter. High 2nd finger. Long, short, short, long. Got it? 3rd finger. Long, long, long. This is where we're alternating because now we're at the tip. Short, short, high 2. Okay, so hopefully you're kind of in the bottom part of the bow now. Over to the E string, 3. And oh, it's back to mezzo forte. Mezzo forte being half loud. So not quite the loudest you can do, but louder than what you just did. So a little more bow. Did you get the low 2nd finger? Back to E. High 2. Okay, I want to just play this middle bit one more time because there's a couple of other things. So let's go back to the middle part where it's piano. So over to E string. Now, make sure your right arm comes up so that when you go over to A string, your bow's going to be, see, if you're on the E string, your bow's going to be going a little more up and down. If you're on the A string, it's a little more outish. If you're on the D string, it's really outish. And if you're on the G string, it feels like going up and down the other way, right? So we call these your string levels. E string level. Back up to A string and swing your arm around. Left arm, high 2. E string levels. Back over. That wasn't the right rhythm, but because I was talking. Okay, back over to E string. Low 2. Now here, 3rd finger on A string. Look, left arm is swinging forward, and the right arm is swinging up to the A string level, right? Now, see this 3rd finger? If you look in your part, there's probably a 3 with a line, which means keep that finger there. And now, yeah, look, both arms are coming back to E string, and I'm putting my 4th. The 3rd's still there. Now I can let go and put a low 2. Okay, I'm going to do that again. So this is in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th bar of the 2nd part of the piece. Keep the 3rd finger. Now let go and low 2. Everybody over, right? The left arm comes forward. And you're high 2, long bow, long and slow. Okay, now back to piano and low 2. Half note, short, short, long note here. 3. nice and legato towards the end, and I can't think of anything else. So I hope that helps, and have fun.